In this video, we're going to be talking about Pokemon. I mean Palmon. I mean Pokeworlds. Fuck. Palworlds, that's the name I was looking for. Hello you beautiful Aunt Bessies and welcome back to Couch Potatoes. Welcome to 2024. Before we start, we'd really appreciate if you enjoy this video to drop us a little like and a sub to the channel. It'd mean a lot to us. Now, in case you've missed the latest craze that is Palworld, let us give you a bit of background information. Palworld is the latest game from developer Pocket Inc., the devs behind Craftopia. These devs had success with their last game, but nothing in comparison to what they're experiencing now. Although they have a habit of bringing out games in early access, a bit like what Palworlds is now. The only trouble is they don't have a good reputation to make a full release. But with the success of their latest game, we hope that they don't abandon this game and instead continue supporting it. This game is currently out on Xbox and PC, with talks about it releasing on the PS5. Pocket Inc. must be currently inundated with work to keep up with the success of their game, and their road ahead must be getting longer and longer. This game recently became #1 on Steam's concurrent players and sold over 5 million in its first weekend. I mean, wow. So, Palworld was a game that had a trailer well over a year ago and it looked fantastic, but as a lot of trailers, they're not exactly true reflections of the game. The day before. So naively we assumed this game would be made to look pretty and then die on arrival. The hype building up to this game was also dubbed Pokémon with guns, so take that as you will. But to many of our surprise, the official reviews come out with very positive feedback. So the deflated Pokemon trainer in me used my trusty Game Pass subscription to go and check this game out. Now, there is a drawback to my decision that I feel is worth noting. The Xbox PC Game Pass version of this game is built with cross-play functionality for the Xbox console, and in doing so is currently, as of writing this script, around 3 to 6 months out of date to the latest build currently available on Steam, and therefore cannot be used to play with your Steam friends. Also, it's missing some features, but nothing that will take away from a great experience. So, with that out of the way, what is this mishmash of a cocktail? Well, let's get away from Pokemon with guns. This is, at its core, a survival and building game, similar to games like Ark, Valheim, Conan Exiles or Minecraft. However, the learning curve is a lot more approachable and new player friendly. So if you was on the fence hearing this game may have had deep mechanics and you're not in the mood to get in your duffy to learn, then I'd say Palworlds is probably your best bet at learning this genre of game. So, how does it play? Very well, in fact. For a game in early access, bugs are far and few between. It's very pretty. The core gameplay is exciting and fun. The pals are very well animated, unique and just very cool in general. The combat's satisfying enough. Shooting and attacking with your pals is amazing, but I feel the dodging and use of the environment can be a bit hit or miss. But overall, this game absolutely rocks. Now to the more prevalent part of the conversation. How close to the sun has Icarus flown? Well, Nintendo's not shy in showing its force of lawyers, going after streamers, emulators and everything in between, protecting its own IP. So how has a game like this managed to come out with such force showing up Pokemon? I mean, the character models are very similar, using Pal Spheres to bring out and retreat your pals, and these Pal Spheres also have a different colour that determine the higher capture success rates. And there's even shiny pals that are bigger in size and have greater stats. I mean, they literally have shiny stars glowing around them. So why is it that Nintendo is staying quiet on the situation? Well, I'm no lawyer, but I know copywriting can be quite literal and building the comparisons may be harder than my quick observations. But there is speculation after listening to the Kinda Funny podcast the other day that the Pokemons were plagiarised with the possibility of AI alteration. But, I mean, how true is this? It'll only come out in the woodwork over time. Regardless of these speculations, it raises a very interesting point and question to us, and that is, what the hell have Pokemon been doing for so long? I mean, we have been Pokemon fans for quite some time. Since the birth of Pokemon and the craze that surrounded it, and we've been asking for a decent update to the Pokemon formula for some time. Yes, it's an introductory first turn-based RPG game for many, and I don't particularly want that formula to change, and I think it's cemented its place there, and that's not the gripe. The gripe is the recent Pokemon ideas and games that have been produced. And look, I'm not shitting on Pokemon, I still love it. I'm a card collector and reluctantly buy every generation of the game with all hopes that it'll be the one to bring the franchise back to life. But with recent Pokemon being a set of keys and games that run so bad that I kind of just wish they stuck with remaking the old game and making them prettier. Palworld has come along and shown that character, animation and rendering and fun can still be had with personal pocket monsters. And yes, I know I'm playing Palworld on PC and Pokemon Scarlet on my Switch, but still the difference is embarrassing. There's also a lot of questionable decisions that they've been making with their cards, with a lot of people not liking the pull rates or the card designs. I'm hoping Palworld continues to exist. I mean, there is a good chance. It came out on Game Pass and the Microsoft legal team must have gone over it with a fine-tooth comb, especially having such a good relationship with Nintendo, so it must be somewhat alright. But my biggest hope for this game is that it gives Pokémon the much needed kick up the arse to actually get some of that 90s magic back. Thank you for listening to another load of bollocks, and we are Couch Potatoes.